Our first guest plays Luke Skywalker, one of the most iconic characters in movie history. Take a look. Please welcome Mark Hamill. Welcome. This is your first time here.
It's my first time. And what a challenge it is to be promoting a movie we're not supposed to talk about.
Right. It really is, because you really aren't allowed to talk about it.
The burden of keeping the secrets.
Yeah.
It's
for years,
terrible.
right? Because
oh
when did you
gosh.
finish it? How long ago?
A year ago summer.
So you probably forgot about it anyway.
Pretty much.
Probably don't even know.
Short-term memory loss.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Like your character in Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
In fact, I have to tell you a story. I was packing to go to do The Force Awakens, and you know, the night before a travel day, you stay up all night and you're trying to pack everything and get rid of things that you don't need. So I'm going through my drawer, and a fan sent me this. Mm-hmm. Now, I love the movie, but I didn't need to pack it. So I went to toss it across the room.
Wow, you were really angry at that. You didn't just sit it down saying, I don't need to pack it. You actually threw it away.
Not in anger. I was just trying to hit the shelf. And I'm telling you, it went swish no backboard right into my carry bag. And I said, that's an omen. And I've never had it outside of my travel bag since. And that was Force Awakens.
Wow.
So all during episode 7, all during episode 8, you share a little pocket on the side of my travel bag with the guitar pick that George Harrison's son Danny gave to me.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to know something? You look what I. No, I'm kidding. What if I had like a Mark Hamill thing?
That would be spooky.
That would be really spooky.
That would be
All right,
spooky.
so speaking of The Force Awakens, that was the last one. And I understand, so you read the script, you get ready for the movie, and you're in it for several seconds.
Well, and they sent me for a year and a half to physical training twice a week. I thought with all that preparation, I'm going to do something really physical. I mean, aside from rotating and removing a hood. So I was reading this thing, and everybody's talking about me. Actors love in stories where they're talking about your character. The sword of Skywalker is powerful. Yeah. We must rid the galaxy of Skywalkers. Everybody's talking about me. And I'm reading. I tell you, if you've seen the movie, I don't want to spoil it, but I thought when the lightsaber jiggles in the snow and flies, I said, oh boy, baby, here I am. And it goes to Rey. I said, she didn't even finish her training.
Yeah.
So I was so mad. But the truth of the matter is, they really changed my lifestyle. I lost, gosh, almost 50 pounds.
Wow.
And I'm on the if it tastes good, don't eat it diet.
You know, it's funny, when you get out of the habit of eating stuff that isn't good for you, your body recognizes that it's not good for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it takes a while to get past that. Carrie Fisher was one of our favorite people. I loved her.
I saw you out on the street flagging down. It was hilarious.
Yeah, she's hilarious, and y'all were close. I know you were very close.
Yeah, and she's like an irreplaceable member of the family, but the whole world feels that way. We're all sort of mourning her, and I always think of her in the present tense. I don't think of her in the past, because anytime you were with her, it was just fun.
Yeah.
That's why it's so great that Billie Lourd's in the movie, because you have that sort of continuity there, and she's so similar to her mother.
Man, is she?
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, they asked me, what about how is she similar to Carrie? And I said, well, for a start, she was an hour and a half late to the airport.
Oh, well, yeah.
Because Carrie, she used to drive me crazy. I mean, we were more like real siblings than I really thought, because we'd have these huge fights. I'd say, you're just so full of yourself, and I can't stand it, and you think you're Hollywood royalty, and she'd say, well, you know, you're such a loser. Whatever. So we have these big fights, and you wouldn't see each other for months or even years, and then you'd see each other again and remind yourself how much fun it was to be together, because not only could she make me laugh, but I could make her laugh.
Yeah.
And that was our goal.
Yeah.
I mean, she was like a latter-day Auntie Mame.
Yeah.
She just looked at every day and tried to maximize as much fun as she could have in any given situation.
Yeah, she was hilarious.
Yes, she was.
She was hilarious. We have a surprise for someone. We're going to take a break. When we come back, you're going to surprise. We have this little 10-year-old. He's an expert at everything, but he loves James Bond. He loves
saw the James Bond
So his name is
show.
Britton, and we're going to. He has no idea you're here. We're just telling him he's here
If
to
he
play.
were any cuter, he'd be an actual cartoon character.
Yeah, he really is. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, I'll talk to Britton, and then we're going to surprise him with you. We'll be back. Star Wars The Last Jedi comes out next month, and in honor of the release, we invited back our favorite 10-year-old movie expert, Britton Walker. I was wondering how you'd be dressed. You're a sharp dresser. You look very, very nice.
Thank you. Same with you.
Yeah. Oh, that's very sweet of you. All right. So we sent you to see James Bond, right?
Yep.
You met Daniel Craig. You liked
Yep.
that, right? And so and you went to see Harry Potter.
Yep.
Right. And you're a huge Star Wars fan, right?
Yep.
Okay. So we're gonna play a game. We're gonna play a Star Wars trivia game,
All right.
right? Because you're pretty good at that, right?
Yeah.
Do you think?
I think so, yeah.
You think like whoever you played, you would win?
Yes.
Okay, well, to test your knowledge, we're going to need someone to play against. What about Luke Skywalker himself? Mark, come on out.
So, that was great. Wow.
All right, Britton, here we're gonna do this. You and your Luke Skywalker here are gonna play a game called Walker versus Skywalker, okay? Here we go. Britton's last name is Walker. What was Luke Skywalker's original last name? Britton, yes.
Star Killer.
That's right. Oh. All right. My favorite color is blue. What color was Luke Skywalker's original lightsaber? Mark.
Green?
No. Britton?
Blue, and then it was green
Yep.
because Darth Vader cut his hand.
Yes, it was blue and then it was green.
I know. I knew he'd
You're not Mark
humiliate
at
me,
all.
but-
All right. What model number was the Millennium Falcon? Britton.
YT 1300F Light Fighter.
That's right.
Oh my God. All right.
You're doing, it's fine. You could catch it. It's 3-1. Actually 3-0. All right. How would Chewbacca say, "I love Ellen and think her show is the best show in the entire world"?
In what language?
How would Chewbacca say it?
Oh. Do you do a good Wookiee? Mine's even worse. It's like,
All right. Star Wars, The Last Jedi opens December 15th. We'll be back.